this mutation is minor concerns, and there are some small, tiny problems on the map, or we can say minor concerns on the map. We have Fear, we have Slim Pickings, and we have Mag-nificent. So those three mutators are active, and it does make the playstyle a little bit different. Usually for this kind of mutator set, especially for, let's start with Slim Pickings first. Slim Pickings usually means you will not want to take an expansion. You will want to have just a bunch of workers that are on patrol to try and pick up the resources as you are seeing them. We have this probe over here from Vorazun that is going just to try and trigger these little mag mines that are spread around the map. So that is also really a good idea. Make sure you just go ahead and just trigger whatever mag mines you are, so you can see, so that you do not end up losing your army to a ninja mag mine that is somewhere spread around the map. Over here you can see Dehaka wants to take his he's taken his gases there, and he is making workers, which is generally not a recommended idea. He now wants to try and push to this enemy base, which is a good idea. Trying to go ahead and collect some of the extra essence and biomass. You should be actually jumping in here and engaging these enemy units a little bit more. That mag mine that triggered unfortunately hit that pylon, but yeah, Dehaka is in position now and will be able to deal with the stack wave, hopefully, without running away. But yeah, he should be actually jumping in here and being a little bit more proactive. Fear does cause a problem, though. He'll have to be careful, because if Dehaka gets hit, he can get feared. There is a black hole that comes down from Vorazun, but Dehaka does not use his leap ability, and he ends up missing and gets feared by this. Gets hit by a mag mine, which is somewhat unfortunate, and gets wrecked by the Hydralisk over there. A Shadow Guard does come down to take out the attack wave, and don't know why the Shadow Guard is moving over here. I don't know if Vorazun actually wants to take the expansion. Generally, I think what Vorazun may want to do is, just because she's short on the gas, just take these gases instead, and just ignore these main rocks, because I don't think Vorazun's minerals is really short. Let's see what her plan is there. Generally, for Slim Pickings, you don't really want to take your expansion. You just want to have a bunch of workers that are on patrol, picking up whatever drops that you can find. So, oh, Vorazun's taking her expansion here. Shadow Guard cleans up whatever is left of that these enemy defenders on here, and Dehaka is basically just powering up. He's getting his lev extend, and Dehaka is out now and about and is ready to go in for some more action over there. Unfortunately, he does not seem to want to be interested in engaging the enemy units over here. Is he going to go and slap his rocks, or is he just going to chill over here? Only time will tell. Vorazun is supply blocked at the moment, but she has a pylon that's just finishing up. There we go. It's a very, very short supply block, and she will continue to be making workers. This is actually interesting, because usually what I would prefer to do is not make very many workers, except to just go ahead and pick up these mineral drops. The amount of resources that you get is not very high. But Dehaka is out, and he's just going and picking up these mineral drops. He seems to have forgotten that this one on the side exists over here. Wants to go and deal with this attack wave. Triggers one of these mag mines. Mag mine basically misses its target, and he's probably going to jump in and try and engage this. He jumps in, takes out the Zerglings, and does end up getting feared by...
Those probes are hurting,
and they can't fight back. Our allies are in a rough
Okay, so
spot.
Dehaka jumps in over here. This is very, very risky, because he can get feared. I don't think he did get feared. He just got body blocked here. But jumping into a clump of enemy units when fear is active can cause some problems. We have a Shadow Guard here to help Dehaka just deal with this attack wave, because Dehaka himself does not seem to be able to handle that. But the Shadow Guard now is going to be moving in with Dehaka, and will be moving in to clear this first Void Shard. It jumps in. Dark Templars do get hit by that mag mine, which is again very, very unfortunate. They'll make their way back here, and they'll be sent to deal with this Void Shard. Dehaka does get stunned by that Void Shard, along with that one Shadow Guard, but and that Shadow Guard actually has not been moved. I don't think Vorazun has realized that that is the case, but that Void Shard will eventually go down. Dehaka has made a bunch of links now, and they will start nibbling away on that Void Shard and to destroy it. We have a probe here for Vorazun that's just gonna go and I think just wants to pick up these resource drops. I think the most important thing that you can do when you have the Slim Pickings mutator, there's gas over there, is to go ahead and pick up any resource drop that you can. And you can see there's a lot of pickups over here. And propel your economy forward. There's a chrono boost here. Vorazun has saturated her other base, but I'm not really sure the mineral income is really worth the investment, because each probe only brings back 1 mineral, so you have an investment of 400 plus another 150 minerals for your simulators, not even counting the amount of workers that you're making. So I personally don't think it's worth it. I think it's just make a few workers, put them on patrol, move around your base, and they'll pick up resources naturally.
Research is done. Now go make it worthwhile.
Now we have an attack wave that's coming up here, but again, Dehaka has a bunch of lings, which are not sufficient enough to deal with this. But Vorazun already has Dark Templars with Blink, and they will be more than enough to deal with this. Black Hole comes down to try and clump up this attack wave, but Dehaka chooses to leap into not the Black Hole, but somewhere else. And now Vorazun is... Vorazun also does have time stop, so her DTs will be ready to push in and actually clear out that enemy base. So I think Vorazun is just rallying the rest of her units to position, and then I think she'll be triggering a time stop and we'll be good to go. A bunch of DTs can deal a lot of damage very, very quickly. The DTs decide to join the probe to help it pick up the resource pickups. I think Vorazun is... Okay, so Vorazun was just waiting for a blink upgrade to be done, so I think that's probably why she decided not to engage it just yet. So blink is done now, and I think she will be good to go with her Dark Templars. Again, time stop is available with the Shadow Guard as well. They can essentially deal a lot of damage to that base. Dehaka, with his army of lings, are on this side. And they're all picking up the resource patches together. But yeah, they're basically just waiting. I think Vorazun just wants to have more production up. Okay, so Vorazun is now also putting down 2 Stargates here. I personally tend to go for only 1 when I'm dealing with the ground composition, which this enemy composition is. But is there a ground composition? I can't actually remember what the enemy composition is. I'll keep an eye out for it. If it's a ground composition, I tend to go for only one Stargate, and if it's anything else, I go for 2. So a little small blink here from the DTs, just slowly picking away at the units on the side here. And now comes a perfect time stop over here from Vorazun, and a Shadow Guard as well, and a Murvar from Dehaka, and they will start clearing out this entire enemy base. This time stop is really well timed because this attack wave is over here, but unfortunately no one is aggroing that. So yeah, so it is a ground composition here. A lot of Magmines do get triggered by some of the units from Murvar, but Murvar will be able to hold against this attack wave without any problems. And Vorazun's ZTs are over here. Moves away from the Void Shard stun ability. One of the Zerglings actually gets clipped by that ability, but this base is essentially gone. And the 2 commanders have triumphed over this. We have a black hole here just to grab hold of these Mulists on the side. Dehaka again tries to leap onto an air unit, which does not really work. But Vorazun's DTs will take this side out very, very quickly. 1 Dark Templar saved by the Zergling over there. Zergling took 1 for the team, saving that Dark Templar's life from the Magmine. And that is co-op for you. So again, Vorazun's production is... Vorazun is struggling a little bit for production because of the resources. She's actually short a lot on gas. You'll find the mineral pickups are not really valuable, very, very valuable for Vorazun. She needs a lot more gas. I don't know if she wants to try and do this bonus objective. It's definitely not going to be enough. There are 2 gas pickups over here, and I think there are a few on this side as well. You can see Vorazun just wants those gas pickups. She needs those gas pickups to get an army out. And that's why Slim Pickings makes this a little bit difficult. Slim Pickings really slows down your economy, and it does tend to make it a little bit difficult and very, very painful if you end up losing your units. And the good thing for Vorazun here is that she has an army of DTs. And you were dealing with a ground composition here, so ground Zerg. So DTs work really well against that, especially combined with the black hole. So we'll see how Vorazun chooses to engage the stack right now that's coming up. That one Ling is gonna have a very bad day. Oh no, moves out of the way. And it's heading towards Dehaka's base. We get another Warping of Dark Templars on this side. One Fire Breath from Dehaka. Vorazun blinks in with her Dark Templars, and then Fester just clips all the Dark Templars and fears them. And now we have a black hole that's come down. Just try and save these Dark Templars and prevent the amount of damage that they're taking. But that lurker over there is causing a lot of problems for Dehaka because of... Does he not have detection? He should have detection. Yeah, so that lurker is over there and is wrecking some havoc over there. He will aggro these Hydralisks, but Dehaka does not seem to care. He just wants to get this pirate ship right now, and all his army is just in the way of that lurker's attack. And he will start losing his units here, and more importantly, they'll start getting feared like that. So they're all stunned now, and now they're all feared. And now this pirate ship is just going to start one-shotting a lot of Dehaka's units on this side. Vorazun, unfortunately, does not have any air units to be able to deal with this pirate ship, I don't believe. Okay, she has 4 Corsairs, it's not going to be enough. A lot of Dehaka's units are just getting slaughtered now by this ship here. Is dealing a lot of damage, but finally the ship goes down, and that lurker is still alive and still wreaking some havoc. So we have a total of 49 Lings that are lost right now for Dehaka, 9 Hydralisks and 1 Roach. But yeah, okay, he finally cleans up that lurker, and the Warzone is good to go for the next round and the next set of Void Shards. So Dehaka wants to clear his gas rocks over here. And now we have another attack that will be coming up on the side, so we'll see how Vorazun chooses to engage. Vorazun should not have any problems, just needs an Oracle to get some detection, but she's not going to have any problems. Oh, very nice plan here. So Vorazun uses her Dark Pylon with the Dark Pylon range to just put down a ton of cannons as mineral dump. She's not really using her minerals, so might as well use that for some kind of mineral dump. And we have 2 black holes that come down because the attack wave seems to have split a little bit because Vorazun did not engage that attack wave early. But Dark Templars instantly end up shredding these Ultralisks, and for the most part, relatively well handled there. But yeah, these cannons are a really good idea. Vorazun's not using any of the minerals anyway. She's basically short on gas, so just putting down some extra defenses may make it a little bit easier for Vorazun to deal with the attack waves and whatnot. Now I have a bunch of Bravosaurs that are made for Dehaka. Time stuff comes down, and there are a lot of Zerg units over here, and she needs to move in very quickly and start clearing this. We have Murvar that has spawned, and does Murvar have the Aerial Burst Axe upgrade? She does not have the Aerial Burst Axe upgrade, which means that these creeper hosts do not, these explosive creepers do not deal damage to the air units, which is somewhat unfortunate. Unless you could use that to take care of the Vipers as well in this area. So Dehaka decides to trudge through with Murvar by his side, and he will be trying to push into this enemy base. Murvar needs to move forward or she will get stunned like that. But there we go. But yeah, Murvar is really powerful, as you can see. Like, does a lot of damage, and combined with the creeper, the explosive creepers, can actually take out enemy bases really easily. Vorazun now decides to push through with an army of Dark Templars that like absolutely shred every single thing that's in that enemy base. And now Vorazun will get to work on these Void Shards. There is a disabling cloud that comes down on these Dark Templars, so it does slow them down a little bit, stops them from attacking. But as soon as that thing wears off, we will be able to get to work on this Void Shard. First Void Shard goes down, Dehaka gets stunned by one of its tanks, and now there are 2 more Void Shards left in this space, but there is basically nothing to try and defend this area. We have another attack wave that is spawning as well, so take a look at that. And Fester tries to fungal growth the Dark Templars, but this time Vorazun was paying attention, moves out of the way. Unfortunately, does end up getting smoked by the Void Shards ability, which means all the Dark Templars will recall back on that side over there, so they kind of got hit really hard there. There is some kind of defense here, but the very nice black hole on Vorazun's side that that catches most of this attack wave, and then Dakran compounds with that, instantly one-shotting a lot of the weaker units, leaving just the Ultralisks up. So Dakran has basically done his job. He cleared out all the softer units, and the Ultralisks were cleaned up later on with the cannons and the Dark Templars. Really nice combo over there.
Our allies got into trouble.
So Vorazun has her Dark Templars over here, and she will be good to go in the next phase of this mission. We just have Dehaka just focusing down this hive for some reason, with his Ravsaurs. There are a couple of Vitalisks here. There's Vorazun's Corsair that's not really doing anything over here, but okay, so Vorazun has re-rallied her Dark Templars back here because I think Dehaka might take a little bit too long to clear this, and the time is running short on this mission. So Vorazun will start to clean up these last two Void Shards here. Okay, so that Void Shard is down. Now we have the last set of Void Shards to clear, but the commanders do not have a long time left. They have 6 minutes to clear out that enemy base and actually also sweep a path through these mag mines, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for them. They will be stretched for time, but Vorazun does have a good number of Dark Templars now, and she does have time stop also available. So with a good time stop, she should not have any problems there. Vorazun telling her ally, yeah, I do have time stop ready, good to go. One mag mine ends up smoking these roaches over there, which is somewhat unfortunate. Dehaka looks around, is like, what happened? Wasn't me. And now he's going to start pushing to this side. There's a mag mine on this side. I think Dehaka should be able to tank that damage, but you really don't want to test it. Especially with a Corruptor debuff like that, that can cause a lot of damage. There you go. 25%, 30% of Dehaka's HP goes down. Time stop comes out now, and allies will start pushing into this enemy base and clearing these Brood Lords and these air units on the side. Relatively okay. There's Glevik also out here. He wants to join in on the fun. Dehaka needs to reposition that Glevik and move him closer into the enemy base so that he can start dealing some damage on that side. But Dehaka is not moving him at all. Vorazun decides to go and engage the stack wave while Dehaka is slowly clearing out and dealing with the hybrids on this side. So unfortunately, also Vorazun does not have a black hole available, so she'll have to engage this attack wave manually. So blinks in with the DTs, really nice blink there, combined with the Shadow Guard, and takes out the most of the attack wave over here. A little bit of detection from Nova is from Vorazun is lacking, but the cannon over there gives enough range. There needs to be one more blink here for the DTs to instantly clear out this side as well. Takes out the Infestors, which is the most important thing here because the Infestors can fungal growth and deal a lot of damage to the Dark Templars. The Dark Templars now just have some roaches to clean up, so the stack wave has essentially been cleared up here. I think Dehaka ended up dying in the process. He did end up dying here, but Vorazun recalls with Dark Pylon now and is ready to go. Time stop has another 120 seconds left, which is 2 minutes on the timer. Technically, Vorazun could wait for time stop to be up before she goes push in, but it means that she's only going to have 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the timer, which is going to be really tight. So Parasitic Bomb comes down on these Corsairs, and there's Fear, which makes them all kind of clump up. And all these Corsairs basically disappear and get recalled back to Vorazun's base. So Vorazun will have to reacquire her army or get them back again to regather her forces. The Corsairs are making their way back.
Our allies got into trouble.
Story of my life.
So these Magmines are also causing a lot of problems. A lot of the Zerglings here get smoked by the Magmine here. Some of the Dark Templars do get caught out by that Magmine. There's another Magmine on this side. Again, just gets these Dark Templars here. So Vorazun is actually having a little bit of a hard time just handling these Magmines as well. Dehaka is standing strong over here by himself. He has a lot of HP here. But there's another attack wave that has moved on this side now that has taken out this base. Vorazun says that they have a time stop in 30 seconds, so this is what I was talking about. They might actually do a final push here and try and snag the Void Shards, which is going to be really, really tight. There is a very massive attack wave that's making their way here, and they want to make sure that they get this mission. They're really, really close. Attack wave has made its way to the ramp, and there we go. Time stop gets activated, And now Vorazun is going to start pushing at some point with the rest of her DTs that are there. And she's just making a beeline for these void shards, just focus firing down these void shards to try and take them out. There are 2 void shards left. This one's at 50%, and there we go. This void shard will go down. Dehaka, the Dark Templars do aggro this Brutalisk over there, but they are just running towards that last void shard. There are a few mag mines in the way, so Vorazun will have to be a little bit careful, but I think most of the mag mines were cleared now, and this is the last void shard left. And that void shard will go down, and that was really close with 54 seconds on the clock. And that final void shard is done, and that is GG.